could have been at home binge watching, and I actually got out. It's not the prettiest, but I'm packed up and ready to go car camping. I've got a little heater, a little electric pan cooker, a USB fan that you can put water in to cool the car if it gets hot, an extension cord because I've got a battery in the passenger front seat well that I've covered up with black material. I just need to get my dog and get going. Let's go to Norfolk. We just pulled over to have a break in driving. And when I say we, I mean me and Peppa. Peppa, you wanna just say hello? Okay. And it's got a little picnic benches and it's just set back from the fast road. There's a little bit of greenery between us and the river's just there, but I can't actually see it. So we're going to go for a little dog walk. Ooh. Oh wow, this is nice. Let me try and show you. Let me turn around. There we go. How about that for a little car stop? Still got an hour to go till we get to the beach. And actually, once we've gone to the beach, we're only going to be there for about an hour, and then we have to drive for another hour. That's where I parked down there. To go see a van, like a full-on big van, rather than car camping. So I don't know if it's going to be any good. It's pretty expensive. So we'll just go and see how we feel about it. But because it doesn't have an MOT, I can't actually test drive it. She's going to drive it around a private estate, and then she'll get an MOT if I'm interested, and I'll go back and give it a proper test drive. But I could have been at home binge watching, and I actually got out. And wow, I love it. We've just parked up and paid for an hour's parking by phone, and now we're going to head to the beach. It's not the one that we were planning on heading to, but it's closer, so we thought we'd stop here. Just so excited right now for the beach. Oh, there's no sea. Okay, a beach with no sea. Wasn't expecting that. Not exactly paddling material. Kind of wish I didn't pay for an hour of parking now. Whoops. It's such a shame that the sea is so far out. There are people walking out there, but I don't want to get totally muddy, sandy trousers because I'm not wearing the best ones for the beach. I did Google to see if there was a nearer beach where the tide would be in, but there's not enough time to drive to it and then go and test drive the van. So me and Pepper are just going to go for a walk down this beach for a little bit. At least there's a nice sea breeze, even if there's not the sea. Before we drive for another hour to go and check out the camper van, just thought we'd just sit and have 5 minutes peace, relaxation. I was a bit disappointed when we first turned up, but it's still a vibe. Although I do miss the sound of the ocean. But hopefully I can get that tomorrow. Got 3 nice pebble mementos for the beach. I've never actually seen a lavender that looked like that before. Such a nice shape with huge flowers. I've woken up thinking about van life. I don't want to talk too loud because there's a van parked right next to me that way. There's a car parked that way, I don't know. They're not car camping though. And the beach is just there. It's great. I could let more light in there. But I'm all like squished up trying to do my makeup and get dressed, sitting on the bed because I can't stand up in here. And I don't have like a gas stove. Actually, I hate that light. I don't have a gas stove because the ceiling height's not high enough for that safely. And I do have a kettle, but I can't be bothered to make tea because I'd have to get the kettle, plug it into the extension cord and plug it into the seat well in the front, and it's just really awkward to move around, so I kind of don't want to do it. But I'm just going to get ready and go for a nice walk along the beach with my dog, and then I got to go back home for an appointment this afternoon, so it's a very short trip, but I'm so looking forward to getting that call from the van owner, the current van owner, to say that the MOT and service has been done, and then I can go and get it. Although I am dreading driving it. I have ordered a reversing camera and a bigger van GPS, so it won't take me down narrow roads with low bridges. In fact, I'm not even sure how I'm going to get home. I know I can go over the train track because there's a low bridge I normally go under really close to my house, actually, that a lot of vans drive into the bridge and crash. I don't want to be one of those. And then obviously I've started looking at van insurance and got a few recommendations from ChatGPT, so I need to look into the prices of those. I put my details in. So exciting though. One thing though is it's gonna be an adjustment because I'm used to car camping and I can go anywhere in the town and the village, narrow roads, and park anywhere in a normal space. And so like I won't be able to like as easily drive through town and stuff. So when I go somewhere, like I like to go to charity shops wherever I go, and like coffee shop or fish and chips when I'm at the sea. So it's like some places I just might have to skip that I would normally go to. I don't know. It'll be like an adjustment period while I find out, how comfortable I am driving something so big. The woman who's selling it said like, oh, you get used to it really quickly, but like she's been driving vans for years and she might have kind of forgotten how long it took her to actually adjust to it. I don't know. Like, it will be the biggest thing I've ever driven. I haven't even test driven it yet because they didn't have an MOT on it, so it's not legal for me to drive it. And she drove it down the street so I could see what the engine sounded like, and once they've done the MOT and service and clean up any advisories, then I'm going to go and test drive it, and I can get the deposit back if there's a problem with the test drive or the MOT or the service. It's only £200 deposit, so it's not like the end of the world. But the van is a lot of money. I mean, it's got a lot of like flaky paint inside and like a little bit of water damage and dings on the outside, a couple of little rust bits. So obviously it's not like the top spec vehicle, but on pictures it looks very van life. Very van life. You gotta love it. How good is that for a parking spot though? Literally, that's your morning view. Listening to the ocean all night. I mean, I slept terribly, to be fair, but I still enjoyed being able to just hear the sea while I wasn't asleep. Not exactly the healthiest breakfast. I'm having another cookie for breakfast. Normally I'd have pancakes and fruit and yogurt, dairy-free yogurt, but never mind. She was actually swimming in the sea a second ago. I don't know why it weirds me out. Like when I was a kid I used to go in the sea, no problem. But now I just think about all the jellyfish or something I might step on. It kind of freaks me out. I did paddle the other day, not here. And that was the first time I've actually paddled in ages, despite going around loads of beaches at the North Coast 500 in Scotland and the West Atlantic Way in Ireland. I didn't go in the sea at all around any of the beaches, and I was going to like 3 beaches a day when I was doing that. I should get in the water more, at least paddle. By the way, if the actual beach says no dogs allowed, we walked all the way up to this beach, so she can go on the beach. We can go get our toes wet before we go home. 7:30 AM on a Monday, more or less got the beach to myself. In July, you're gonna get your toes wet, right? I hope it's not got pollution. Oh, you can smell the seaweed a little bit. Ooh. I used to try and learn to surf. It's been so long since I've actually been swimming in the sea though. You get your feet wet, Pepper? Can you do it? No! Point blank refusing. refreshing. That'll do, pig, that'll do. It looks like it's starting to rain in the distance. So we're lucky we got it nice and dry. For now, just go for a little walk. It's so early that nothing's open, so no cafes are open yet. The charity shops aren't open yet. And to be honest, I don't really want to hang around for 2 hours just to go to a shop or a cafe before I go home. So I think I might head home before that rain hits and just look forward to the next adventure. Hopefully when I come to test drive my possible new camper van. She loves sniffing everything. That's her favourite pastime. I just pulled over on the A11 and they've got this cute little park up with toilets, and I don't think there's any like can't camp overnight things. I'm not staying here, but I'll just go for a little walk and stretch your legs and break up the journey home, because we are going to stop at a cafe in Thetford Forest, but it's actually not open till 10, so we're a bit early, so we could have a little walk here to kill some time. So nice. It reminds me of the airs in France that you stop on like paid motorways, but this isn't a motorway that you have a toll in France, like you have 24 hours to get off the motorway, whereas here you can just come whenever you like. It's a Monday and it's Monday early morning, so it's quiet right now. I'm guessing it'd be rammed on a weekend, but the light coming through the trees, perfect. Got my little cup of overpriced water. I bought it from the petrol station and I had like a voucher on my SO app, but I forgot to press redeem, so I paid £3 for friggin' water. I mean, you do get a tea bag with it, but I don't like their tea, so I just put my own tea in. So I really should have just bought my own kettle. Whoops. No, for next time. But how nice is this? Let me show you. I mean, you can hear the road, but you can also hear the birds singing. It's just, what a refreshing motorway stop rather than a bit busy petrol station. This is genuinely refreshing. I'm going to go for an actual walk. I wonder how far it actually goes. Is it really deep? Am I going to get lost in the forest? I think I'll just do a little round loop back to the car park, hopefully. Oh my god, this is so nice. Now, this is the kind of thing I did when I was up in Scotland, just get out the car and walk in fabulous woods. Like, you don't really get this in my area. That's kind of the end of the trail, but it's still lovely. Apart from the fact I just walked into a spider's web. Oh, so nice. And soon, my pretty that VW Charan 7-seater that I turned into a mini car camper will hopefully be a gorgeous Mercedes Sprinter. I can't wait for that phone call. One thing about it though, it's a shame they don't collect the rubbish around here. So you got toilets there, disabled parking, and a nice little picnic area with more benches. Ridiculously scenic. I'm sure it's better in person than the video expressing. I recommend. One more hour and then we're home, and that's the end of our little one-night adventure in Norfolk. I stopped at Thetford Forest to go to the cafe, but then I looked at the cafe prices and the parking prices and I was like, I literally have my own hen's eggs in the car. I can't pay for someone else's, and I've got my own homemade rosemary salt. I put some hot sauce on that as well, and I don't want to pay another £3 just for hot water, so I'm just going to boil some water, eat that, and then head off home.